Hello and welcome to the Screaming Closet, where this week we're playing itch.io games. Hooray! Pencil, how are you holding up?
I am having a bad time because my body is really actually shitty and wants me to die. And so I'm self-medicating with Bloody Marys. But because I'm so anemic, I had one and now I'm really drunk.
Straight
So
up
we're
not
gonna
having a good time, fam.
so instead we're gonna stream me playing horror games for our date night.
so,
And I'm gonna be awful. I might be tomato way levels of drunk during this stream.
so let's do this the right way. And we
Yeah.
found we handpicked a whole bunch off of itch.io. We're gonna end with a hell of a winner that we're excited to play. So we
Yes.
hope you guys can stick around to the very end. But we're gonna start with this fucking diamond in the rough. That's called The Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. There's no capital letters. This can't possibly be bad. It's made with twine.
Oh my god. Twine is great though. I wish I could just nut up and make something in twine, but I'm too skittish like a dummy to try. I saw the Barcast dating sim is supposed to be on twine. I have quite a bit of that written too.
It's true.
So, but anyway, so we're gonna play this. What is this game about? Who did this game?
This game is by ztul, and you are 11 years old. You're sleeping over at your best friend's house. You and your friend like video games. Your friend has a lot of cool games, and believe it or not, an uncle who works for Nintendo, and he's coming to visit at midnight, and it has 5 endings.
Sounds really kind of rapey. Like, why is somebody's uncle coming to visit at midnight?
I
That
don't
that
know.
if this has like some weird rapey trigger shit, I'm not ready for that, but we're gonna do it.
So, let's go. You are 11 years old. What is your best friend's name?
Actually, I know what my best friend's name was at 11 years old, and it's on this list. Her name
Sarah.
was Sarah. Her name was Sarah. Hey, wait, how do you know about Sarah?
We talked together.
Oh, thank you.
Your best friend Sarah has invited you to a sleepover at her house this weekend. You've been friends since first grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality.
This is accurate so far.
Asking your mom or only a formality?
Um,
Click one.
only a formality.
Oh shit.
There's art? What?
On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours, long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV.
Oh,
That's
not accurate. I don't have a sister. Immersion broken. Done. Anyway, let's continue.
fuck second person. Name Anon's trash.
Hey, yeah.
At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Sarah's house while your mom idles in the car nearby. She leans out the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says, as always. I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yes, Mom, or sigh, okay, Mom.
Yes, Mom, because I was a good little child.
I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says, again as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful, it's probably gonna rain. Kiss Mom goodbye or wave goodbye.
Dude, kiss Mom goodbye. I always give my mom kisses when I was younger. People thought it was weird.
How dare you love your mom?
No, most of my friends when I was young, except for Sarah, were male, and they're like, "You kiss your parents? That's gross." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Sarah's house. The lights inside are growing warmly. You can see Sarah waving at you from her bedroom on the second floor. Head inside.
It was on the first floor, but okay.
It is 6 p.m.
Okay. This person really knows twine. It's really pretty. I want to like do better with twine. This is nice.
Sarah's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop your stuff off in the den. You and Sarah are camping out there tonight. Cool, okay. Or nod and go to the den.
Cool!
You drop your sleeping and overnights bags in the corner of the den, and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch is a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as gray as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls. Over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Sarah's dad shot years ago. And of course, there's a big screen TV.
Sarah's dad did hunt, but Sarah was a vegetarian, not because she was against animal killing, but because she didn't like the taste of meat. Anyway.
Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Sarah's house is than yours.
Also accurate.
Anyway. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and pause to take a look around. Oh.
Wow.
Sarah entered the room while you weren't paying attention. She now stands in the doorway smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner, she asks?
Yes, I am always ready for food.
Sure or yeah? Sure?
Sure.
Sure. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs, one of Sarah's favorite meals. As her mother points out while piling a helping on your plate. Sarah's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Sarah are getting into at school. The dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours.
That totally broke an immersion, Priest, for both you and me. Because tell me we would not finish ice cream.
It's true. Wait, that isn't a beer at all. That's a glass of lemonade. Why would you even think it was a beer? Sarah's father doesn't drink alcohol. You're quite certain of that fact. Now that you've remembered it. Well, whatever.
That's weird.
Oh, and the text corrected itself to sips of lemonade.
Oh, this is interesting. We were talking hella mad shit about this game, Priest, but we might have discovered something pretty good.
It also has full screen, so don't mind me as I enter full screen.
Yeah.
The grandfather clock in the den chimes. You go along now, says Sarah's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get the TV ready, says Sarah. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Sarah's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there. But there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Sarah, heading towards her TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. It's her prerogative, of course. She gets to choose what you play first, usually. But as Sarah begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV, you catch sight of the other things she has in there. All the major stuff. An old NES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast.
Excuse me, that's a SNES. That was my first console, so there.
But some other things, too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights, a smaller purple one, a strange white and yellow tower with what looks like gloves resting on hooks on either side, and a compact white cone. What are those, or those look cool?
What are those?
Sarah looks at the clutter in her cabinet. Oh yeah, she says. They're pretty cool. I can't show them to you, though. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. Of course, you suddenly remember. Her uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly, though through a nearby set of patio doors you can see it's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the walls. Sarah is parked in front of the large television, playing something on the N64.
What should we do? Let's ask the chat. Hey, Enigma. I think Enigma's the only one talking in chat. Hey, Enigma, what should we do? You butt. I don't even have it in me to be mean to Enigma today. I get to see him soon. Enigma, what do we do? Or anyone else in chat?
He says, think about the sexy uncle, which is think about Sarah's uncle.
Alright, let's think about the uncle.
It began with Mew.
What?
You didn't believe her at first, when Sarah came to school one day and told you she finally caught Mew. Prove it, you said. So she pulled out her Game Boy and showed you. There it was, Mew, the 151st Pokemon, available only to players at promotional events somehow unlocked on Sarah's game. It's really strong, she says. It KOs every enemy in one hit. Sarah demonstrated this claim at recess, when you and some other friends linked Game Boys to do battle.
Oh my god. Wow. This is actually going back to proper levels of where I was when I was like 15 or 14, so it's weird.
You were the first one down. No one else got in a single hit on Sarah's Mew. You asked how Sarah somehow managed to get it.
No one else? Up to you, Priest.
In a few days, everyone had quit playing Pokemon at recess. The allure had faded.
Inaccurate. Inaccurate. Oh my god.
Oh, my uncle got a job at Nintendo, said Sarah. You were walking home together, past one of the construction crews. Sarah had still lived next door to you at the time. Oh. Construction crews. There had been a storm not too long ago. Trees were down all over town. Buildings had collapsed. You were standing in an intersection with Sarah as a truck rumbled by, loaded up with ragged tree trunks. What a bad storm. Next door to you at the time. Wait, this couldn't have been too long ago. When did Sarah move? There was something nice about being neighbors.
Sarah did move.
Oh. He also got me this new Game Boy, said Sarah, pulling it out of her pocket. You hadn't noticed it earlier, but yes, Sarah now had a sleek new Game Boy Color. Until today, she had one of the old ones, a big gray brick like yours. This one's a special edition, said Sarah. Isn't it cool? You agreed.
Yeah.
You snap out of your reflections.
Snap back to reality?
In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly, and through a nearby set of patio doors, you see it's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the walls. Playing something on the N64, and more options.
Alright, chat, what you want to do? Oh, remember your own Mew. That's... Enigma says to watch her play. I'm fine with Blake following the chat on this one. I am curious, but let's watch her play.
Sarah's playing something that looks like a little like Star Fox, but it's not a game you're familiar with. You watch for a while, and eventually Sarah looks to you. Come on, you want to play? Play solo or play co-op? Ah, a challenger approaches. Wikinator has joined the chat. Co-op.
Hello. Wikinator says co-op. I'm down.
Alright. There's co-op, you ask. Of course, says Sarah, handing you a controller. You don't know the game, but still, it seems oddly familiar. She only has to give you a few pointers on how to move the camera. You play through a level or two. The clock chimes. You are in the den. In the corner, the grandfather clock ticks softly. Framed pictures line the walls. Sarah's playing something. And more options.
I kind of... Hey, have we looked at the framed pictures, yeah?
No.
Let's look at the framed pictures.
You walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past. Sarah cradled lovingly between her mother and father, or any one of the three on their own. A happy, tidy family.
Can we look for pictures of her uncle before we go back?
Yeah, sure. You don't find any. Not one. Only pictures here are of Sarah and her parents. You don't know why that makes you feel uneasy. Time passes. In the corner, the grandfather clock ticks softly. Framed pictures line the walls, and a bunch of options.
Have we done the grandfather clock yet?
No.
Let's do grandfather clock. Let's get rid of those before we go on to the Mew.
It is 8:30.
Let's think about our own Mew.
You got your own Mew. Eventually. Another friend had a Game Shark, which you borrowed one day. You spent that entire night unlocking every Pokemon you can obtain in your copy of the game or hadn't been traded for. Including...
Obtained, by the way.
It didn't one-hit KO most enemies. It was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated the game further to make it strong enough. It looked wildly different from Sarah's. You asked her why.
Looks different how?
Your Mew was small, even cute, standing there with its round, cheerful eyes. But when Sarah had wiped out everyone's at school, it looked completely different. Compact, snarling, fierce.
Hey, was it Mewtwo?
You asked her why. What? She said. That had been here. In the den. Oh, that thing. It had been a while since anyone talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got me a special edition Mew. First of all, she said, smirking a little, but not looking away from the PlayStation game she was playing. We were playing an N64. And we were listening to Mario. That's why mine looked different. Second of all, mine can one-hit KO because it's the real Mew.
Can we click on here?
Sarah had moved by then, but how long was that after the first storm? After she got Mew? You can't
This
remember.
is so weird. I'm actually really sucked in. This isn't what I expected.
You asked what she meant by that. Just what I said, Sarah replied. You cheated and got a fake Mew, so of course there'd be problems. Glitches and junk. You felt your cheeks redden. But not me, Sarah said again. I got the real Mew, and only me. My brother was so jealous. Hold on. Sarah has a brother?
Yeah.
That's news. Why wasn't he
Yeah.
at dinner?
I don't know.
Why wasn't he in the family pictures?
I don't know.
Sarah's brother. What about him? Why does remembering that comment make you feel so uneasy?
What the fuck?
You snap out of your reflections. The clock chimes. You are in the den. Sarah's mother bustles into the room, holding a very large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. How are you kids doing? She asks. Good, says Sarah, her eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Sarah's mom. Here's some popcorn. Extra butter. She places it on the floor by Sarah.
Hi, Fan. Anyway, let's continue.
Almost immediately, Sarah is shoveling popcorn into her mouth. Meanwhile, her mother smiles first at her and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry. Okay, thank you, and nod silently.
Let's let the chat decide that one. Hey, chat, decide!
We gotta nod silently.
Alright.
Oh, one for each option.
Ah, that's not fair!
That means we need a tiebreaker or Pencil has to choose. I also have some dice right here in front of me.
I flip a coin between okay and thank you.
Okay. Then Enigma... Oh, everyone is actually saying go for a random option. So, between okay and thank you, I'll just do evens and odds. We got 4. So the evens and odds. Evens and odds. We'll do okay. She looks at Sarah. Your father's gone to bed, but I'll be there soon myself. I want you two to keep it quiet, alright? Yes, Mom, Sarah says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. For the first time, Sarah stops playing her game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at her mother. Okay, she says. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. The grandfather clock is ticking softly. Framed pictures line the walls. There's a bowl of popcorn on the floor. Talk to Sarah, watch Sarah play, go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, or ask about the uncle's visit.
about visit. Everyone wants to ask about the visit, so
All
I'm
right.
down.
So why is your uncle coming? Your uncle stays with you when he visits?
I'm fine with either of those. But let's go with why.
Sarah shrugs. Business. But I thought he worked for Nintendo. What sort of business?
I thought he worked for Nintendo.
He does, says Sarah, frowning but not looking away from the TV screen. He's really important there. Does Nintendo have a lot of business here? Or then what does he have to do here?
Either one. What do you want to do, Priest?
I'm just along for the ride here.
Second one, then. So say I.
Sarah pauses the game and turns towards you, visibly agitated. How should I know? I don't work for them. Right now, she's not quite yelling, but you think if you keep pressing the subject, she might. I'm not sure I believe you about your uncle. Or sorry, I was just curious.
I want to press the point. I want to do that.
This one?
Yeah, let's do it. I don't want to say sorry. I want to go for it.
Sarah takes a moment to respond, as if she's not quite sure she heard you correctly. What? I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo.
Let's do it, yeah.
You think you've finally done it. Sarah stands up, fists clenched at her sides, mouth twisting horribly as she struggles to say something. You watch as she takes a step towards you and...
Clench our teeth and wait.
Okay. Sarah darts forward and pushes you back onto the hardwood floor, cracking your skull against the carpet. You take the initiative and throw a punch before she can go for you again, or you take a moment to be dazed.
What do you want, Priest? Do one of those.
Are we gonna just fucking fight our friend?
Do you want to fight her, or
Over
do you
Nintendo?
Do you want to take her? Do you want to take a moment then?
Let's take a moment. And Fennec says, "Be dazed."
Yes, be dazed.
You lie there, expecting another punch or kick, but to your surprise, nothing happens. Slowly, you sit up to see Sarah standing there, arms still stiff at her sides, breathing heavily. You realize she is close to crying.
Oh.
Are you okay? Hey,
Let's
sorry.
say, are you okay? Are you okay?
Sarah shakes her head, as if remembering something. Never mind, she says. Just never mind. You want to say something more, but she is already immersed in the video game. You take a breather.
Alright.
The grandfather clock is ticking softly. Frame pictures land on the walls, a bowl of popcorn on the floor. Talk to Sarah, go to the bathroom, or go to the kitchen.
Well, let's check the grandfather clock.
It's 9 o'clock.
Time has passed. What about the ball of popcorn?
You grab a handful of popcorn, and it's buttery and delicious.
Alright, guys, talk to Sarah, go to the bathroom, or go to the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Wikinator says kitchen.
Visual novel. Kitchen! Multiple votes for kitchen.
Yeah, sorry, Enigma.
Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. Fridge or go back to den?
Fridge.
There are a few things in here.
Ooh.
Soda, cold pizza, milk, a water pitcher.
What do you want to have, Priest? You are in charge of this one, my dude.
They wanted us to have the pizza or soda. I'm fine with just water, man. Oh, milk. Wikinator wants milk.
In milk's honor, shall we have some milk?
Sure. You grab your snack and exit the kitchen. You head back to the den. It's 9:30.
Alright, we've done a thing.
Bathroom, talk to Sarah.
Bathroom or talk to Sarah, kids.
Or
What do you want to
kitchen
do?
again.
Strong bones, they say. We're building up our bones. The uncle Wikinator is supposed to show up at midnight.
Let's go to the Enigma option. Bathroom.
Bathroom.
You head to the bathroom down the hall from the den. There's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet.
Let's touch everything.
Starting with what?
Shower.
The shower's pristinely clean. Are you done here? Linen closet. The linen closet, filled with large fluffy towels and washcloths. You're not sure why you looked in here. Are you finished?
Everybody says drink toilet water. Rub one out for Reggie shows.
You go to the bathroom and wash your hands. Are you done here? Go back. Clock chimes. You're in the den. It begins raining outside.
What time is it? Is it 10 now?
10 o'clock.
This is interesting. More popcorn. Let's talk to Sarah, I guess.
What would you like to talk about? School, games. Ask if Sarah thinks this storm will be as bad as the last one, and never mind.
Ooh. What do you guys want to do, guys? Like, this is interesting. We might not be able to all endings this priest. This is pretty in-depth.
I did not realize this would be so in-depth.
I thought it was going to be silly and light. I don't give a shit. This is really lovely. Storm. Storm it is.
Ask if Sarah thinks this storm will be as bad as the last one. Do you think this storm will be as bad as the one we had before? Or, I don't like the sound of the wind. You remember that storm we had that tore down all the trees?
I like the second one. Yeah, Fen agrees with me.
You remember the storm? Asked Sarah. Yeah, you say, nodding. But no one remembers the storm, she says. Did you please stop messing with me? It was big. It took down trees.
Second one.
That's impossible, Sarah says. Impossible. No one remembers it. But I do. And what is going on here?
I do.
Sarah shakes her head. No, you don't understand. Please, I am not messing with you, but this is important. This is different. Something's different. You said no one will remember the storm. Who? What?
Who?
He came out of the storm. I was home alone. Sarah begins, her eyes growing distant. Mom was at work. Dad was out at the bar. Listen, you were alone. I remember you were alone a lot. You had a brother, didn't you?
You had a brother, didn't you? Actually, listen is probably but okay, one vote for listen, one vote for brother. Guys, listen or brother? Make a choice now.
This game just got so fucking good.
I know, like, what is going on? I was ready for this to be garbage. I'm too drunk for something this real, priest.
Are you having a good time, though?
Brother. Tony says brother.
Brother. So much brother. You remember him, too? Sarah asks. He saw it first. The flash from his bedroom window. She pauses. But I was the one who answered the door. We fought sometimes, says Sarah. But I wonder sometimes, if he'd answered the door instead of me, would he eventually have done what I did? What I did to him?
What did you do?
We got in a fight, Sarah explains. It was a fight over how I was getting all the cool stuff from my uncle. I think he was starting to remember, like you. Sarah chews her lip. He said that I couldn't appreciate all this since I was a girl.
What did you do?
Sarah won't look at you. I told my uncle to get rid of him, and he did. You're kidding, right? What did he do? And I want to go home.
What did he do?
He changed things, said Sarah. He said he could make things happen any way I wanted them to, that I would always be the best, that guys at school wouldn't get so weird about me playing games anymore as long as I fed him. Fed him? What?
Fed him?
Sarah looks at you, her eyes watering. For a long time she doesn't say anything, and then suddenly you understand. I don't believe you. Punch Sarah, and I want to go home.
I want to go home.
No, Sarah says. You can't. You can't. He's already on his way. No! But there it is, like a voice. Not something you hear exactly, but still somewhere in the back of your head. Sarah heard it, too. See? She asks. See? He's almost here. I'm calling my mom.
Yeah, we're calling Mom.
Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen where the phone sits on the counter. Call Mom. You dial up your mom's work number and wait. She picks up after 3 rings.
I want to go home.
Something in your voice seems to give her pause. Okay, she says after a moment. I'll call the sitter and tell her to come pick you up. It'll probably be an hour. Is that okay?
No! Come now!
Can't you make her get here faster?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen, honey, she says. Just sit tight. Thank you.
No, Mom, things are bad.
Of course, she says, with a hint of a sigh. I'll call her now, okay? Be there in an hour. Be safe. She hangs up. Return to the den and pack your things. You return to the den. Sarah sitting silently on the floor as you come in. You're leaving, aren't you? She says.
No, let's not fuck with the kid who seems to have a psychic connection to something really bad. This joke you're playing is really mean.
I should have known it was different, Sarah mumbles. You're remembering too much. Begin packing your stuff. If your uncle's so powerful, why can't he just keep me here?
I don't know, guys. I'm a little off.
I think we begin packing.
Let's pack.
Please, says Sarah. Please don't go. I've never not fed him, and if I don't, I'm not sure what will happen. So you just want me to get eaten or whatever? Shut up or leave me alone, or continue packing in silence.
I don't want to anger the godchild. I don't want to just get eaten if we just continue packing in everybody says silence. I disagree. I'd rather do the first option, but everyone says
pack.
Or I say first seems important. Yeah, I'm with Fen here, you guys. Okay, Wiki says first as well. If it's 2 and 2, then yeah, let's do the first one.
Please no, she replies. It's not. I think he'll kill me, do you understand? He would have killed me if I didn't.
Ooh, I guess we're gonna pack in silence now.
Why could you hear him? She asks. But it doesn't seem like she expects you to answer. You both lapse into an awkward silence. Eventually, a car honks outside. You get up to leave. Tara's wandered over to the fireplace and is looking into the unlit depths as you walk out the door and into the night. The sitter's familiar car is parked out front. As you walk closer, you see a little sister in the back seat, still in her pajamas. The sitter, a high school girl who lives down the street from you, looks incredibly unhappy to be here, but you think you'll be able to handle her. As you climb into the car, you cast one last look over your shoulder, back to the house. The front door is closed. You suddenly can't remember if you did that yourself. The lights in the den are still burning. As the sitter pulls away from the house, you stare out the window at Sarah's house. The lights blurred and magnified by the rain streaming down the glass, and eventually it all slides out of view. You find out the next afternoon about the fire. It started in the den, say the papers, where there was known to be a fireplace. Apparently it was left smoldering in the night. There were no survivors. Arson is suspected, since the accelerant would have helped the flames overcome the night's heavy rains, but nothing as definitive is ever publicly released on this account. One day after school, you ride your bike to check it out. Parts of the house still stand, walls and beams blackened by the flames. Yellow caution tape has been looped around the outside, and rubble hasn't yet been totally cleared out by the city. You decide to investigate. The second floor is either mostly burned away or fallen through, but standing in what used to be the den, you look up to the hole that would have been Sarah's room. The broken glass and charred drywall crunch beneath your feet until you step on something that isn't glass. You look down, and there in the mess is what looks like to be a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy Color, not at all scuffed or damaged. And the back's a single cartridge, a copy of Pokemon Blue.
I have concerns. I think we should leave it. Both Fen and Tony say leave it, but I want to see what Wikinator and Enigma have to say. Ooh, Wiki says take it. Enigma says take it. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick check to see if anyone else is in the chat. Quick shout out to Enigmatic Otaku alum is DF, Angel of Light, Cash Bear, Commander Root, General Honoish, Lurks, Fen, Tade, and Wikinator. If any of you are in the chat and want to say it, now is the time, because it is tied. Your opinion will make the difference.
I have a dice. Worst case.
It might have to be a flip of a coin for this one. It might have to be like that. Last chance, anyone? Anything at all?
Milo's not handing the roll of a dice.
Is he not good with dice rolling?
He doesn't understand it. He just keeps
is he
staring.
doing his ear? Is he doing his head tilt back and forth? It's very loud, by the way, Priest. Please don't keep doing it.
Okay.
Eat the cartridge, Enigma says. All right, well, it's even. So you know what? Either you get to roll, or you get to decide, Priest.
I'm gonna roll evens and odds.
Mm-hmm.
And we roll the 6. We take the Game Boy.
You take the Game Boy.
Looking from side to side as if anyone might actually be watching. You pick up the Game Boy and flick on the power switch. After clicking through the Pokemon intro screens, you find there's no saved game on the cartridge. It's like a brand new copy. You turn off the Game Boy and, stuffing in your pocket, return home. Your mom is standing in the kitchen when you arrive, doing dishes. Your little sister's watching some annoying cartoon. Remember to take a bath and get dressed before 7, Mom calls. Remember? You're fairly certain she never told you to do that in the first place.
Oh god, we have an uncle who works at Nintendo now.
You walk to the kitchen, dropping your backpack on the linoleum floor. Why do I need to do all that? Silly, she says. Your mom turns in the sink to smile at you, and your throat tightens when you see how glassy and empty your eyes are. Don't you remember? She asks. Your uncle is coming over for dinner to celebrate his new job. And the uncle who works for Nintendo.
Holy shit, this game is good! This game is well written! This game is well plotted!
A game by Michael Lutz. We got ending 5 of 5. And there's options to restart it, but you know what? I would heavily suggest, if you guys want to see your own ending, go check out this game. It's completely free. You can go. It's
called
The Uncle Who Works at Nintendo. It's on itch.io.
It's free. Go play it. It was so much fun, unexpectedly. I was ready for this to be shit, and it was good. Oh my god. Fuck yes. Play it. Play this game.
Oh, they even give you descriptions on what you need to do.
Alright.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining us with The Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. Be sure to check it out on itch.io, and if you want to check out more games by ztul, or if there's more things we should check out by them, let us know down in the comments below. This was a wonderful experience, and I can't wait to do more itch.io games. And until next time, keep screaming.